Staying active at home. Physical activity is really important for health, so it's a good idea to include plenty of varied activity in everyday life. It can be more challenging to be active in lockdown or when social distancing, but here is some information on why we should stay active and how we can be active during or when coming out of lockdown. It may be that you haven't been able to be as active as usual in the last few weeks, so getting started again is really important. Being physically active regularly can help to improve sleep, maintain a healthy weight, manage stress and reduce signs of depression and anxiety, and improve quality of life. There is also evidence that physical activity can reduce the risk of many of the most common diseases in the UK. This includes heart disease, certain cancers, type 2 diabetes, and osteoporosis or weak bones. As well as being physically active, it's also important that we reduce the amount of time being sedentary or sitting down, such as watching TV, playing computer games, and travelling by car when we could walk or cycle. Over time, sedentary behaviour can lead to weight gain and obesity, which can increase the risk of developing chronic disease in adulthood, such as heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. There are lots of different ways that you can get active during lockdown or when coming out of lockdown. We're going to go through some examples of exercises for inside and exercises for outside that you can do on your own or with others. Examples of exercise for inside can depend on what equipment you have at home. If you have some weights or resistance bands, then you can do weight or resistance training. You can do some body weight exercises such as body weight squats, press ups or sit ups. You can take part in yoga or Pilates, and there's lots of online videos and courses that you can get involved in. Or if you've got home exercise equipment such as an exercise bike, then you can use this inside your own home. There's also lots of exercise for outside, such as cycling, playing golf, playing tennis, going for a walk, or going for a run. But it's important that we follow the social distancing measures when taking part in these activities. If you have difficulty exercises for longer periods, you could try going for a shorter walk, stretching or yoga at home, chair yoga, or gardening. And there are lots of yoga and classes online which you could follow. If you're exercising alone, you could go for a run, cycle or walk, or follow online classes to do exercises at home. Why not try listening to a podcast or phoning a friend whilst you're going for a walk? Physical activity recommendations for preschoolers aged 3 to 4 are to be active for 180 minutes spread throughout the day, including at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity. Moderate activity includes activities where you breathe faster but are still able to talk, and vigorous activity involves breathing fast but it becoming difficult to talk. For children under 5, all movement counts, and the more the better. And these activities can include tummy time, jumping, walking, dancing, playground activities, skipping, active play, and riding a bike. The physical activity recommendations for children and young people are to be active for at least 60 minutes every day, ranging from moderate to vigorous intensity, and to engage in a variety of types and intensities of physical activity across the week to develop movement skills, muscular fitness, and bone strength. Examples of moderate activity for children 5 to 18 years include walking to school, playground activities, riding a scooter, skateboarding, rollerblading, walking the dog, or cycling on level ground with few hills. Examples of activities that can strengthen muscles and bones include gymnastics, team sports such as football or basketball, tennis, running, martial arts, or sit-ups, press-ups, and other similar exercises. The physical activity recommendations for adults are to do at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity a week, plus muscle strengthening activities on 2 days or more of the week, or a combination of moderate and vigorous aerobic activity every week. Examples of moderate intensity activities could be brisk walking, riding a bike, dancing, pushing a lawnmower, or hiking. And examples of vigorous activities could include jogging or running, riding a bike fast or on hills, sports like football, rugby, netball, hockey, gymnastics, or martial arts. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about how to get active at home. Thank you very much.